Hello everyone, what's up? Welcome to my YouTube channel. So my name is Arnaud, I'm a French guy and I'm 25 years old. And yeah, I'm starting this new YouTube channel and I picked this lovely spot here today to shoot my first video. So for reference, this is the Birchfields Park here in Manchester in the Longside area. So I currently live in Manchester and the Longside area, for those of you who don't know, is a pretty large housing area in the south of Manchester. It is still attached to the city, um, but it's further out. It's not in the center. And I'm chilling here in this park today, and I was feeling like shooting my first YouTube video, and giving a bit of an introduction as to who I am, and the three, I would say, yeah, three main reasons why I decided to start this YouTube channel. Um, it is a rather unusual exercise for me to do, speaking like that in front of a camera. I'm currently using my phone because that's all I have for the moment, but I got myself a nice little tripod, to set my phone up and have a somewhat decent angle for the video. And also got myself this wireless clip-on microphone, which I'm pretty proud of, and nothing to be proud about, but I'm pretty happy about this little microphone. I don't know if the sound quality is top notch, but it'll do the trick, Um, but yeah, as I was saying, this is all fairly new to me. Um, Shooting videos like that, speaking to a camera, especially not in my native language. So of course my mother tongue is French. Um, been speaking French since for as long as I can remember, but I started to learn English when I was in my teenage years. When I was a teenager, and I really like this language. It's a nice challenge for me to express myself in another language that is not my primary form of communication, if you know what I'm saying. And yeah, I've traveled quite a lot. Um, After I turned 18 years old, I decided to travel the world as much as I could. So I lived around, I went to university in Scotland, things like that. I'm just giving you a brief overview of who I am and what I'm about. But yeah, I was moving around, and speaking English was very, very useful, of course, when you're traveling around. It's such an ubiquitous language, so that's what I did. I learned English along the way, and in school as well, and I'm still learning English, and but I would say I'm pretty much fluent in English, except if you catch me on a bad day or if I'm very, very tired, and I can't connect the dots as fast and easily as I usually do in my brain. But otherwise, I would say I'm pretty fluent in English. Um, and given the fact I lived in the UK for some years as well, it definitely helped a lot with that. So yeah, anyway, I'm not gonna yap too long about myself, right? Because of course, this video is an introduction to my channel, so I had to introduce myself quickly. But I especially want to talk about the reasons why I want to do this, the reason that led me to start a YouTube channel. Um, and as I said earlier, I can single out three main reasons, which I'm going to cover in just a moment, right? Uh, but also, I should say that I really like YouTube. I think it's a nice platform for anyone to post about anything. Of course, that can lead to bad things, right? We can talk about this in further videos, I guess. The negative aspects of YouTube and the internet and social media in general, as I see them, of course. But that's what I mean. That's what I mean with YouTube. I like this platform because anyone, you, me, them, and anyone can just come and shoot a video and talk your minds out, unless you live in a country where, of course, there's you don't have that freedom. But you know what I'm trying to say is it's I think it's a wonderful place to share your opinions and express yourself. So I started following a lot of smaller YouTube channels with not the big ones with millions of subscribers, more like low key channels because they came across as more genuine to me, and I like this. I think there's some sort of nice aesthetic to that, just shooting a video and freestyling like I'm doing now. just speaking your mind and being as natural and genuine as you can, and then post it online. And um, I think it's a nice thing to do. It looks cool. It looks interesting. So anyway, I wanted to give it a go, and that's why I'm here now. And hopefully, this I can keep up with this project and keep making videos and keep coming up with ideas. But yeah, so I really like YouTube, and I wanted to give it a shot. But now that brings me to the three reasons why I wanted to make YouTube. I'd say the first reason is that I like to challenge myself sometimes. Like I feel like most people like a bit of challenge, to keep things interesting and lively. Let me check if the microphone is still picking up. It is. Okay, brilliant. And lately, I found myself at a bit of a crossroads, metaphorically, of course, but I don't really know what to do, where to go. I have a job, but I am now starting the summer break. I work in education, so I get this summer break, and I felt like, oh, that could be the right time when now that I have plenty of free time to start something new and challenge myself. And then I realized that, I always wanted to improve on my public speaking, which I have over the past few years. I worked as a tour guide for some time, and that was very helpful in improving my public speaking, my overall confidence, and gain more, yeah, self confidence basically. And that tour guiding experience was heaps of fun, and I hope I can come back to this in another video, and it'll be anecdote time, I guess, and I can talk about that time when I worked when I work as a tour guide. But yeah, that's the idea. I wanted to challenge myself, my public speaking, my confidence as well. I'm often I'm prone to worrying and anxieties, forms and shapes, and yeah, I just want to better my self-esteem a little bit, and also practice my English, not let it go to rust. I'm saying that, of course, currently I'm staying in Britain, but very soon I'm going to be moving back to France, back home for the summer, and then hopefully coming back to the UK next year for the start of the school year. I think I will, because I work in education, so there's something waiting for me here. But in the coming 2 months, I'm not going to be speaking English at all. I'll be back home in France. So I think it'll be interesting for me to speak in English to a camera like this by myself, and improve my choice of words, and being creative with my words, and how I express my thoughts, my ideas, because it's not that easy to do. Um, I think it's not easy for me anyway. Um, takes me a lot of work to learn how to communicate, and social skills, all types of social skills are things that I want to work on. And it's a bit it's a bit contradictory to say that, because I'm by myself speaking to a camera right now. But I think it's helpful in a way that I'm bursting out of my bubble in a way. I'm trying to yeah, I'm trying to get over that um, that step, and being out there in public, and I think it's a bit vulnerable because I have to speak to a camera and try to come up with ideas as I speak and make it as fluid as possible. So yeah, you get the gist, hopefully. That's the main idea for the first idea, what I wanted to start this YouTube channel. The second reason is that, and maybe that will come across in future videos, you learn that about myself, uh, is that I tend to be a bit of a nostalgic person at times. Sometimes it's good, sometimes not so much. I'm trying to work on it, but I'm very nostalgic, very emotional. I often look very fondly on my past and my past experiences, and because I like to look back and see what I come from and what progress I've made, and try to better understand myself, and in that way find new areas where I could improve myself. It's not just about self-improvement. Everyone's on about self-improvement these days, like it's the one ultimate goal. I don't think so. It's about being yourself and living a fulfilling life when you can, when you have the opportunities, I guess. and but to be kind to yourself, things like that. That's more my mentality, right? But still, I think that I like I like to look back on the past sometimes and and be aware of where I come from. You know, I think it keeps me grounded. It keeps me in check a little bit. So yeah, that's also a reason why I wanted to start a YouTube channel, because the way I view this thing is like a video format type of journaling, where I can just talk my mind out. I can just um, give an anecdote or talk about something I saw on the news, or open a discussion, or just speak my mind out and be as honest as possible as to how I feel. Um, so yeah, that's I would say that's the second reason. Um, Precisely because I want this to be kind of a journal, this YouTube channel. Now, of course, I don't have any expectations. This is my first video, and I know there are countless YouTube creators out there. So I'm not pretending like I'm gonna have a following or people are gonna pay attention to my videos. Really, I don't have genuinely don't have any expectations at this point of the adventure. I just see this as a personal project of mine, where I want to talk to a camera in a language that I speak, of course, but that is not my main language, and just try to improve on how I express my thoughts and my feelings about myself, about the world, and document this along the way in videos. Of course, if people pay attention to those videos, I guess that's great, fair enough. And maybe we can even start a conversation or discuss certain topics in the comment section of YouTube. I think that's another great aspect of the platform and the overall concept of YouTube. So that would be great, but it's not the goal. There's no goal, is what I'm trying to say. I don't care really where this goes. It's just good fun. And the third reason, thrice, the main reason, I would say it's the main reason, is that recently there's been some change in my life. Maybe I'll go over it in the future videos, maybe not, I'll see. But there's been like quite profound changes in my life as of recently. And and I'm trying to move forward. Like I said earlier, it can be a bit of a problem with me. I'm nostalgic, very emotional about the past. I struggle to move on from one chapter of my life to the next. But now I'm trying to initiate something new, something I've never done before. Also because I maybe will help me move to that next chapter of my life in the smoothest way possible. Uh, and so I was thinking about this, and that's not where the idea of the YouTube channel originated from. Actually, my first idea was to make music. I'm a musician. That's something I should have said about myself in the brief introduction in the beginning of that video. I didn't. That's okay. You know, uh, um, we can talk about it some other time. But yeah, I am a musician. I play music. I like to come up with little musical ideas, and I have a project for this summer, for the coming summer months, is that I want to very spontaneously come up with musical ideas and try to stitch them together into songs, write lyrics or poetry or whatever I can, because I like writing sometimes. I think it's a skill that I want to explore more, but also come up with melodies, chord progressions, things like that, arrangement, record all that stuff. I play guitar and bass, and I can somewhat sing, and I can somewhat play the keys. So I'm gonna try to put all this together in my little home studio back home in France, which you will see future me on these videos, of future anyone who's watching this on these videos on this channel. You'll see my little home studio, and the idea is to spontaneously come up with song ideas and try to stitch to, you know, not to put something together, um, because I want to be creative this summer. I want to be artistic. I think it's always good for the soul, and the inner peace. It's like a form of meditation, almost, in a way to be in the present, in my experience, anyway. And so I want to challenge myself this summer with music, and that's how I first thought of the YouTube channel. I was thinking, well, I can document this, because the YouTube channel and shooting videos and trying to stick to this exercise regularly uh, well, I think essentially, I think that it will give me an extra source of motivation for that musical project I just described. That was a little bird. Hello. Beautiful moment. And I think those two projects, the YouTube channel on one hand and the music on the other hand, try to put them together will give it more meaning and will feed me with extra motivation to push on through for the summer before I go back to work and all that. So yeah, that's basically the idea. That's why I'm starting this YouTube channel. I have no idea what it's going. I roughly have an idea. I think I want to go out in nature, explore, find some peaceful spots, um, and have a guitar with me, come up with ideas, things like that. Document some of it along the way with my camera, and upload some of it on YouTube. And hopefully in the future, when I'm growing old and gray, I can look back on it and I will have an idea of what kind of young man I was at the age of 25 and the things I could come up with, the ideas that I had, my opinions on the world, and also my creative process, since that's something that I want to document. Yeah, so that's the idea. I hope I'll have fun. I hope that anyone who watches those videos will have fun watching them videos too. And if you've watched uh, all the way to this point of the video, thank you very much. Again, that's a very unusual thing for me to do. I feel this weird feeling of being in front of a camera and speaking like this as naturally as I can. Is completely new, but I'm enjoying this. That's what it's about. It's yeah, trying something new and fuck it. One life, like everyone says. Okay, I'll stop now. Otherwise, I'm becoming cringe. Take care, guys. Peace and love and music.